Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're really unpacking the details of a topic that literally every single business deals with, but honestly, very few truly master. We're going to be looking at how regular communication completely transforms your basic reactive customer service into proactive, highly valued client partnerships. If you've ever felt like your operations are just constantly putting out fires instead of building a predictable future with your clients, well, you're in the right place. Let's break down the actual mechanics of implementing change based on some really fascinating source material about adaptive communication and map out exactly how this transformation happens. Okay, let's dive into this. Your customers' requirements are likely to change over time. Now, I know what you're thinking. It seems incredibly simple, right? Like almost too obvious. But this right here is the undeniable baseline reality of any business relationship. Take a second and just reflect on your own customer roster. Think about your top 3 clients. Are they doing exactly the same things in the exact same volume with the exact same needs as they were, say, a year ago? Probably not. Markets shift, consumer demands grow, strategies completely pivot. The source material sets this up right out of the gate as an absolute certainty. Change in client needs isn't just some distant possibility we might have to deal with. It's a guaranteed expectation that we've got to build our entire operational model around.
So, the big question is, how do we systematically handle that absolute certainty of change? Well, it's by recognizing that the ability to communicate with your clients is exactly what helps you adapt to their changing needs. And I want to be clear here, we are not just talking about sending a generic holiday card or a quick, hey, how's it going email. We're talking about specific, vital mechanisms. Think quarterly business reviews, shared forecasting dashboards, or structured weekly syncs. That's the stuff that enables a business to successfully adapt. Without that robust level of regular communication, you are essentially flying completely blind when those inevitable changing requirements actually hit. You just can't adapt your business if you don't even know what you're adapting to, right? Communication is basically the bridge between their changing reality and your operational response.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what we mean when we talk about those shifting realities. Just imagine your standard business volume as the baseline. You know, the status quo you're totally used to fulfilling every single week or month. But then, boom, a sudden surge hits. Maybe your client's marketing campaign goes viral, an influencer features their product, and suddenly their business skyrockets practically overnight. Now, obviously, that's a fantastic thing for them. But what does that baseline contrast actually mean for you as their supply partner?
Well, an increase in a customer's business naturally requires a corresponding increase in the frequency of deliveries. It's what we can call the operational ripple effect. Your client's success directly and immediately demands a response from your operations. If they're selling more, they need more goods from you, and they need them faster. This is the critical make or break moment. If you aren't communicating regularly and you don't see this coming, this ripple effect can catch an unprepared business completely off guard. Suddenly, your client's greatest success becomes your absolute worst logistical nightmare just because you don't have the trucks, the inventory, or the routing prepared to meet their new, higher volume needs. And let me tell you, the chaos of sudden, unmanaged growth can severely strain even the very best business relationships.
To prevent that operational nightmare, the source material outlines a really clear mechanical flow. Step 1, maintain regular communication. This is basically your early warning radar. By keeping those channels wide open and consistently talking about their business trends, you flow naturally right into step 2, you are better prepared. You actually see that volume increase coming weeks or even months before your warehouse runs empty. And because you have that crucial preparation time, you can flawlessly execute step 3. Provide the needed change in the delivery schedule quickly and efficiently. Regular communication acts as your actionable framework here. It's the key that unlocks your ability to execute adjustments without a hitch when those volume changes happen, which keeps your client happy and your operations running totally smooth.
Let's move on and see how this builds, because we've been talking a lot about reacting efficiently, which is absolutely great, don't get me wrong. But what if you didn't actually have to wait to be asked? This single question pivots our entire narrative. We're now moving away from simply reacting to change, even if it's a super fast, efficient reaction, and we're pushing right toward the highest tier of client relations mentioned in our source material. This is that magic threshold where you cross the line from being just another reliable vendor to becoming an indispensable strategic partner. So the crucial point is this. The ultimate goal is to anticipate the customer's need for change and then proactively step up to make helpful suggestions. You use that incredibly strong foundation of regular communication we established back in step 1, not just to listen to their current orders, but to accurately forecast their future reality. Because you're communicating so well, you understand the trajectory of their business so deeply that you realize they're going to need more deliveries before they even pick up the phone to ask you for them. You
you position yourself ahead of the curve. You become the partner who says, hey, we noticed your Q3 volume trending up, so let's go ahead and add an extra delivery day next month to keep you fully stocked. I mean, that is just game-changing service right there.
So I want to leave you with one final, absolutely crucial question. Is your communication proactive enough to make helpful suggestions tomorrow? Think about your most important client right now. Are you just sitting there waiting for them to call and tell you their requirements have changed? Or are you actively gathering enough insight today to anticipate those changes tomorrow? It's a really provocative thought derived straight from the core of our source material, and I highly encourage you to honestly evaluate your own client relations. Strive to be anticipatory, use structured communication to adapt, and turn the absolute certainty of change into your business's greatest advantage. Thanks for joining me for this explainer. I really hope these concepts help you rethink your client strategy, and as always, keep learning.